Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're in Cherryville, British Columbia right now. That's the golf course, RV park, that sort of thing. And we're going to be heading west towards the Okanagan and Lumby. Lumby will be our destination. Now, Lumby is really the one town away from Vernon, essentially. So you're almost right in the Okanagan at that point. There's a couple smaller towns between there, Lavington and Coldstream, but basically it's just easier to describe it as it just being east of Vernon. This road we originally kind of came from the Kootenays, so think Nakusp area, and then we cross over Arrow Lakes on the ferry, and then this road here is the road that will take you from there right to the Okanagan. So it's Highway 6. The terrain and everything changes quite a bit because we're dropping in altitude. So in this valley here, there's a lot of farms and that sort of thing, orchards. But there's still logging is still a big industry here, and associated things like sawmills and plywood plant. I think there's a plywood plant still in Lumby. It's the beginning of October right now. Kind of been battling a few rain showers on this trip, but I think we're good now. I think we get out of them. Been a particularly bad fire season this summer, so this was one of the first few weeks where it wasn't a lot of smoke in the area. A lot of people vacation here. Lots of different lakes to go and camp at, and resorts, that sort of thing. Fishing, lots of fishing lakes, and ski hills, that sort of thing. There's lots of cross-country skiing as well as downhill. Silver Star Mountain, which kind of, if you were to follow it down the hill, it kind of comes out fairly close to Lumby. But it doesn't actually. But if the ski hill, if you kept going through some of the little trails and stuff, there is a emergency road, access road out of the Silver Star Village down the hill, and it kind of comes out that way in case there was a fire or something. It gives a second route for people to get off of the mountain in the summertime. You gotta think about these kinds of things. They plan ahead. I know they do some training stuff where they make sure that route is still viable, and little mock exercises and that to prepare if they had to bring people down the mountain. These fires move pretty quick and can start really fast, and it's so dry, it just like gasoline, the trees. So that truck up ahead there, that's I think it's a chip truck. So we call them chip trucks, but it's full of kind of byproduct of sawmills and that. It's they refer to it as hog fuel and that. Hog fuel. It's bark and chips, and yeah, that's what that truck is. So that's full of that, and they use it for powering the couple of the mills and stuff around. They have what cogen plants they call it, but they burn it and use it as fuel to power the, I guess it's a steam process, and has a boiler system and everything. But anyway, not going to get into that. But you'll see a lot of those trucks around if you see these big. I remember on the island, Vancouver Island, you used to see them too. I think they were Arrow was the brand. I think the company, trucking company, Arrow. And these ones are Chambers. Usually they're Chambers Trucking. They have a mill in West Kelowna that uses them as well. I think they have a big, it's pretty cool. They have a big ramp, like you drive this truck onto this platform, and then I think they must chain it down or something, but it lifts up and dumps, when the trailers and everything's still connected, it dumps everything out the back of the trailer, so it lifts the front of the truck like straight up and down. And yeah, I don't know if that's how they do it everywhere, but yeah, they dump them out the back. It's just bizarre. One trailer goes into the other trailer and then out onto the ground. I think that's what I've seen them. Might have been at Gorman's I saw that, but anyway, Gorman Brothers, that's West Kelowna. But they use it for powering the mill in Armstrong, which if you continue down this road, you know, Lumby, Vernon, you head north, you go to Armstrong. There's a campground and a really quite popular lake kind of on the left-hand side there on the hills on that side, called Echo Lake, I think it is, Echo Lake. And I think there's kokanee in there, and it's quite a popular spot in the summer. It's in the trees, so you get shade and everything. It's a nice place to camp. I haven't been in there for years, but I imagine you can probably get an RV in there as well. This route into the Kootenays is really nice, and pretty much, you know, any time of year where you don't have a big snowstorm, there's hardly any traffic, and the road's really in good shape. Definitely recommend this. Something that's less traveled, less popular than a lot of the places like going to a Soyuz or something like that, or just busy as, or Penticton, it's just super busy, you know. Sometimes that's good, but it's a good relaxing holiday if you come out this way. So much information online and that now, so do a little bit of preparation. You can find out all kinds of different places to stop at and check out and that sort of thing along the way. And it's not like a tourist trap. Everything's, you know, they're not really focusing on that kind of thing. So we're just starting to get into Lumby here. Kind of a continuation right from Cherryville, really is, you know. It's just the number of houses along the route here. But that sign, that might have said Echo Lake there, so it was pointing to the left, so that might be where the turnoff is. I think that said Echo Lake. Oh yeah, actually, I guess we're not really in Lumby yet. You gotta go past this little canyon kind of thing that winds through. one of those things that kind of surprises you if you didn't know. Suddenly it changes, you know. Don't want your passengers to be napping or they'll wake up thinking they're in the canyon or something, Fraser Canyon. When they have lakes and that in the area, you can pretty much count on there being a sign. So one back there, they're blue with white on the top, like a blue sign, and pointing a direction for a park or a lake or something like that. Kind of the same signs they use for rest areas and that too, I think. Blue and white. It really opens up here, this valley. Lumby's a good place to get groceries, that sort of thing as well. You don't have to go all the way back into Vernon. I don't know if there's any kind of hospital or anything there. There might be a clinic, but there's lots of, there's hardware stores and gas stations, lots of gas stations, and probably auto repair type places if you need something too. Now this is getting to be Lumby here. It's like suddenly there's a couple businesses on the left. I think they one of the auto parts place and tire place. Still kind of a small town, like, you know, there's a sub shop that's not like Subway or something. Like it's you know, just a guy who has a business where it's a sub shop, you know. So a lot of the bigger chains and stuff don't bother setting up in these kind of small towns. So kind of nice, like old times, or independent type businesses. This is Lumby, and this will be where we'll end the video today. pick it up here in the next one. If you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.